Man, I cannot believe I'm bringing back this one. So class, I'm bringing back a banger of a series that I started when I started this channel. And that is seeing if I can make better decisions than characters in anime. So for today's video, I'm going to see if I can make better decisions than the whole Grimgar squad. And oh my god, I never thought I'll find another person, let alone an entire group of people, that is dumber than Season 1 Subaru. Love of God! But we'll get into that when we can get into that. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're trying to hit 5K. So the rules to this is pretty simple. I'm using kind of the same exact rules that I used in my Subaru series, to where I'm going in as the main character, and so anything that he has, I also have. Same thing with, like, you know, memories, abilities, so on and so forth. And I cannot use, like, you know, unrealistic things like, oh, I'll just pop a Bankai, because if they can't do that, then I can't do that. So that means that anything that that character knows at the current moment that we're going over, I also know. So that means I cannot use hindsight. I cannot go into the future and plan for the future because they don't know anything. So with the rules and everything established, let's see if we can make better decisions than the Grimgar squad. So starting off this anime, we spawn inside of like this dark ass room, but we are not the only people that are here. There's a whole group of people that are here that also got isekai along with us. Now, in this type of scenario, we do not have any of our memories. I think we have like some type of amnesia or nothing. We don't remember nothing. So after pretty much everybody gets, like, you know, outside the room and stuff, we get told that we have to become like some warriors or like adventurers or some shit. We have to go off and earn money essentially to get like these marks to become true adventurers. So after getting stuck alongside, you know, the people that nobody wanted, they ended up talking about, like, you know, the classes and stuff that everybody's just gonna go for. So our main character that we're following, he went for the role class. Thank God, because god damn, this teacher bad. But we cannot stay on the good shit, because after all of this, this is where everything starts to go downhill. And this is where we're going to get into our first beef of the whole entire video. And that is when it comes to fighting the goblins, they are absolute garbage at fighting one singular goblin. This is sad. Like, after this whole, like, excursion with just fighting one goblin and absolutely just straight folding, they do not do, like, anything to like combat that. They just keep going after just one goblin, thinking like, oh, if we can take on one, then we might be able to get money. No. See, that's where you got me messed up. The very next thing, when we folded on one goblin while jumping him, is I would have been like, bro, I'm gonna need to start practicing. I'm gonna need to start training. I'm gonna start like freaking running around the village. I'm gonna start trying to get my endurance up. I'm gonna start like swinging on trees, practice swinging in my weapon and stuff like that, because as you can see, when he's swinging on one goblin, he's doing like chip damage to him. He's barely cutting him. So I would have been like doing some push-ups. I would have been doing something to get my strength up to where when I swing, I'm swinging. And at that, I would have noticed that my teammates are also being straight up dog shit. So I would have been like, guys, let's have some team practice. Let's, like, you know, get our shit up together. Like, you can't hit shit with the bow. He can't hit shit with the sword. Same thing with him. So we should all just, you know, do a little bit of off training instead of trying to fight these goblins. Try to get our bodies up and shit, because that's the only optimal thing. Instead of listening to this dog shit doodle ass leader talking about some guys, we should keep going back and fighting the goblins, risking our lives, knowing damn well we do not have no type of team coordination. Shut up, man! So after that piss poor execution on trying to take out one goblin, I'm still stuck on this shit, one goblin, they decided that they just wasted a whole day just scouting out and not really doing anything. So when the next day comes up, instead of, you know, these two talking about their fucking lives and shit, talking about all this other happiness crap, why don't we just go over strategies, team strategies and shit like that? Why are we communicating about our lives instead of communicating about strategies on how to survive? What the fuck, y'all? God damn! Because when they go on their expedition again, they run into another singular goblin in a 1v5 situation. Instead of, you know, like I said, instead of talking about their whole fucking lives and all this other BS, right? They could have gone over strategies, because look who decides to run in.
We probably should have decided on some sort of signal.
No plan, no nothing. So now everybody has to just free ball it. And just like the first time, everybody's missing their shit. Nobody's hitting nothing. So, hey, the second time should be like the time to be like, all right, guys, maybe we should actually come up with strategies. Maybe we should, train. Maybe we should train instead of just keep banging our head against the wall. And maybe having a team meeting actually would have helped, because when this goblin threw the knife at my man's shoulder, why is everybody standing there? We should have been jumping and stomping this goblin's lights out. Like, where is the support? There is no support here. Help my boy. If he would have died, then guess what? Everybody would have been looking stupid. God damn. But luckily, just luckily, by the grace of God of this world, they ended up killing this goblin due to chip damage alone. Mind you, it took them 2 days and a 1v5 to kill one goblin. I shit you not. The first day on the expedition, we would have been had enough goblins to get damn near 2 medals each for everybody if people would have just been communicating. Actually, my fault, not 2 days. I'm being unrealistic. My fault. Maybe in a week tops, we would have had enough money to get 2 badges for each and every person. If they just trained and communicated and went over strategies. That first expedition, how poorly that shit went, should have been the eye-opener for these people to be like, damn, we need to lock in. And when it came to the second one, because if you didn't learn from the first one, and if you did not learn from the second one because your teammate almost got killed, then definitely we should have been going over strategies and talking with each other, being like, guys, we need to do some off training. We need to leave these goblins alone for right now, and we need to get our strength and strategies up and coordination, because this shit's getting horrendous. But no, my dear viewer that is watching this video, I'm going to literally tell it to you straight. These people went on a goddamn shopping spree when their teammate almost died. He almost died and they went shopping. Not even for gear. Like, I get it. They're broke as shit. Go over Oh my god, dude, I'm about to yell this shit into the ether. Dude, like, this is as mad as I got with fucking Subaru from season 1. Dude! So after everybody had, like, their whole happy-go-lucky slice of life moment, ooh, man, we're all such best friends. We're almost like we're not trying to survive and live throughout this entire shit. We're not concerned about nothing. We're all friends. They ended up going out again without training or anything. No talking at all. They go out again into these ruins. They started scouting out goblins and shit, right? And here's what I can say. They actually started to get a little bit better. Now, there were some mistakes, like, oh, I don't know, like the freaking main character walking into this room seeing a goblin knock the hell out, sleep, and not immediately stabbing it in his throat, but to go back and get his friends.
I just can't do it. I can't take this shit no more, man.
Just kill him! Kill him and then be like, guys, I got one. Like, how, what? But regardless of it, right? They ended up still getting it. They've actually found some, like, some loot and some money, right? But here is another issue. Here's the other issue for this leader. Holy shit, like, why? I couldn't be in this situation with this guy, okay? They said in the anime that they came back here for multiple plus days. So they came back here back to back to back. Multiple days on end. Just keep doing the same thing. Keep going to the same places. Not doing anything different. And here's where everything started to hit the fan. So when they were exploring the ruins on this day, everybody got like their brand new skills. Everybody saved up enough to get brand new skills. The bow chick got like some dagger move. The guy learned backstab, and then whatever the hell the other 2 sword people got, they just got some other sword swinging shit. So after taking out the goblin, after 1v5 in the goblin, right? They decided to have a lunch break. Just a outing, just Oh my god, bro, these people are so stupid. So they're having lunch in a goblin infested area. Like, this shit is a Tuesday at Starbucks. Forgetting where the hell they're at, they ended up getting caught lacking. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? There was no concern. They weren't looking around. They were not, like, you know, and like this is like a high stakes area. They were acting like they're in a freaking MMO VRPG, like they showed us online, and nobody can die. No, this is real life. Why are we not having somebody look out? Why are we not having somebody go off and like look around to make sure that we don't get caught lacking? Especially from no damn sniper that's up in the damn building. So after he gets shot in his arms and legs and stuff, the healer ends up healing him up, right? And they're proceeding to run in a straight line. And with them being able to do that, then the priest ends up getting hit. He doesn't call out to nothing. He just eats the shit and keeps it moving. Why are you not telling people that you just got shot? You know what? No, scratch that. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Why are we just running in a straight line? Why are we not going building to building? We know that they have eyes on us. Why are we not going building to building? Cutting straight, cutting left, cutting right to make it hard for this guy to hit us. Why are we going into a straight line alleyway to where it's just freelo? He's just shooting fish in a barrel. And now I can talk about the actual serious problem. The goddamn healer. I've been saving this shit because all these little extra things that I was getting on was just me kind of micromanaging. No! The big issue is the goddamn leader slash healer. Why is nobody telling this man to stop wasting mana on these paper cut boo-boos? Because in a situation like this, when he actually gets tagged, he doesn't have any mana to heal himself. You know, in the beginning, like I said, oh, that communication shit, you know, the communication should have been there. Because then everybody could have been like, you know, maybe you're wasting too much mana. Maybe we should try, like, you know, just conserving it. Just so, like, if something big were to happen, like you getting shot or somebody getting fatally wounded, we have the capabilities of keeping them alive. No? Oh, damn. You got a boo-boo? Let me heal this up. Let me use a full tank of mana to heal up your little paper cut. You're okay, friend, right? Like, shut your But nah, we sat here, had brunch and breakfast, talking about the daily news in a damn pigeon that we saw, instead of actually talking business about, you know, the survival. I've been preaching this shit for like half of the damn video. This entire shit could have been solved if they just talked, and they talked about strategies, they like all this other shit. Now, granted, I know somebody's gonna be in the comment section talking about some, oh, but they had amnesia. Bro, it still does not matter. If you want to live, you will still talk to people, being like, all right, guys, listen, we need to get our shit together. We need to do this, we need to do that, and the third thing. No, we would not be sitting here having a calm day like this is a slice of life. This is a isekai fantasy. Like, I'm sorry, all that amnesia shit gets thrown out the window when somebody almost dies. And hell, to be honest with you, somebody did die. Like, I'm not saying to have like the whole conversation like this shit is like a military type of freaking operation. No, it's the little things. It's the little conversations, like the little tidbits that somebody would be noticing, being like, yo, if you can't hit your shots, maybe you should try practicing your aim a little bit. Let's have, like, as a group thing, let's try and help each other out. It's the little things. I'm not saying to go full military operation. No, I feel like nobody at this time will probably do that shit, but it's still the little things of talking to the people, being like, yo, we need to do this. We need to like work on some shit before we go back into the goblins. There's no pushback. It's just, all right, guys, today we're going goblin hunting. The next day, all right, guys, today we're going goblin hunting. The next day, all right, guys, today we're going goblin hunting. There was I know, bro. Shut the hell up. You're telling me there was no pushback that I got. Bro, we can't kill one goblin in a 5v1. Why we keep doing this? Let's try to get better or something. Like they had their mentors to like ask for advice. Yo, what do we do for X, Y, and Z and so and short? Nothing. They did nothing. And I don't want to hear nobody say nothing about being like, oh, they weren't taking it serious up until, you know, their friend died. Bro, you had a whole sword in your shoulder. How real does it have to get? Like, this was possibly the most avoidable death by far. If they just were to just, oh, stop going to the ruins for a little bit, took time to like practice their skills and stuff like that, sword swings, archery, magecraft and shit like that. If they were to talk strategies and crap, nobody had to die. This was so like avoidable, especially if they were to just go building to building instead of just running in a straight line. Now, you may be wondering, Nexus, why the hell are you still on this? Why are you still on, like, you know, this whole entire, like, topic, right? It's because as soon as this man dies, the detriment to the team, my whole entire philosophy gets pulled right. Because as soon as they get their brand new teammate, like I think like a week later or whatever, they started to lock in. They actually started to do shit. You know why? You know why they started to do shit? It's because my GOAT, the GOAT of the team, when Mary joins the squad, she wasn't about that bullshit the other guy was on. She was about business. As soon as this man gets cut on his forehead a little bit, she said, man, ain't you a warrior? Suck it up. You better keep fighting. I'm not gonna heal you. As soon as this man got a boo-boo, a little scratch on his shoulder, she said, man, toughen that shit up. Rub dirt on it. I'm not gonna waste my mana on that little scratch. Ain't you a warrior? Stop being a little bitch. Like, this is why Mary's the GOAT. She literally locked the whole team in. And then on top of that too, right? On top of that too, they actually were starting to get shit done. These goblins weren't an issue no more because they were actually walking these goblins down. When they went to go get it back in blood for the fucking detriment and shit, right? They actually locked this shit down. Now, now, granted, I know I got on the little, like the priest guy and shit, but at the same time too, I gotta get on the little archer chick too. Like, I'm sorry, you joined the wrong profession. I do not know why you went into archery to where you can't even hit the broadsides of a planet. You should have been a goddamn warrior. We never seen her take damage throughout this entire anime. Then the one time to where she gets stabbed, she didn't cry, she didn't freaking scream or nothing. She ate that shit and kept it pushing. Like, why the hell are you on, like, why are you an archer? We need you on the front lines. If you're eating shit like this, we need you on the front lines. Hell, the big guy should have been the archer, and she should have been the tank. But that goes into my previous statement, the statement I've been saying since the beginning of the video. That's where the communication should have came in. I feel like this entire video I've been low-key repeating myself, but y'all gotta understand, if you watch this anime, I shit you not, bro, I'm making sense. All of this could have been a whole lot better for them if they made better decisions, if they talked it out, and all this other shit. Oh my god. So after pretty much getting it back in blood, they ended up defeating the goblins, killing each and every one of them that ambushed them and, you know, caught them lacking and stuff. And then they ended up getting their badges. Thanks to fucking Mary, the GOAT. That is her full name. In the comment section, you better call her Mary the GOAT. And whatever the hell you gotta say afterwards, because if it wasn't for her, they wouldn't do shit. But what do you guys think? Do you think I was cooking in this video? Or you think that I'm just yapping and my plans wouldn't necessarily work the best? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. And while you're down there, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel for more anime content. We're trying to hit 5K. And also remember, class, we do have a community Discord. If you want to join, links always in the description. But with that being said, there's no bell for today. Pack your bags, class dismissed.